this thing's done for us. Here's Kaz.
I just want you all to remember that you're the master of your own fate and the captain of your own souls. And we're all going to go sailing or cruising, whatever you choose, however you choose to do it. Follow your dreams and set your goals. In this business, yes, you will be challenged. There is work to do. No use sitting in a safe harbour because the view's better from out at sea. Things will be stormy. Don't wait for the storm to pass. Move through it. What we've learned in this business is to think differently. We've learnt to believe. We've learnt to trust. We've learnt to prioritise time. We've actually learned to work together. And we've also had to learn to work in a team. Every one of you you are all part of an awesome team. For Raka and I, we're really, really privileged to be part of Lee and Kathy's Diamond Ship. We're also really privileged to have people like Lisa as mentors as well. And we get out there and we have lots and lots of fun. When we first started in this business, I was Miss Perfect and Raka was Mr. Grumpy. Now we've become Little Miss Sunshine and Mr. Happy, I suppose, for those of you that might have grown up with the Mr. Men books. But what I needed to do was learn to check my attitude and to prioritise time, because I was a mother, a wife, brilliant provider
people sometimes
in the kitchen for the family, and I was teaching part-time. And those of you that come from an education background might realise that for those that don't come from an educational background, you probably think that teachers have all these holidays and it's the best job in the world. Well, some of us probably did teaching because we might have thought that was the case, but it actually isn't, because during those school holidays you do actually have to work with correction and getting your curriculum ready for the next term and things like that. So I was really busy when we first looked at this business, and like Raka said, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. And there were times when, as we were building the business, I really didn't understand what we were involved in. And even when I actually left teaching, 15 months after being involved in the business, I said to Raka, so what are we doing? Has this got something to do with Amway? I'd been using the product for 15 months, but I still didn't realise what I was actually in. So for you new people, if you're trying to work out what this business is, just hang on to your mentors and your coaches and they'll guide you through. You don't need to know everything and anything. Sometimes you get into this business and you expect that you should know what you need to do. Ask lots of questions, but don't question what's suggested to you, because the people that are leading you through, your team, they've been through it and they can actually help you shortcut through your journey because they've made all the mistakes before you. And you'll still make your own mistakes, but anyway. But this business has been an amazing journey for us. It's not necessarily the big things. It's not the houses and the cars and all those sort of things that you appreciate when you build the business. It's the sleeping in. It's not having to get up to an alarm clock. It's not having to get up and be the first one to turn on the lights in the kitchen and put the kettle on and get the breakfasts ready for the kids. It's actually enjoying the journey. It's enjoying the snow-capped mountains that you fly over. It's the coffee and the cake. It's actually having a girls' pyjama party or a mixed pyjama party. But it's learning to laugh again. When Raka and I, we'd been married 15 years before we got involved in the business, And over those first 15 years, we'd forgotten how to laugh because we were too busy trying to make a living and make things work. We were too busy trying to impress people. And what we learnt within 12 months of being in the business, that we learnt who our friends were. In this business, we have had it said to us that from people who haven't wanted to get into the business, oh, no, you use people. Who's heard of that excuse? Well, Raka was self-employed and he had fresh crayfish and fresh prawns. And when we were first married, we were so poor, we couldn't afford steak. And we would have prawns and oysters and crayfish nearly every night of the week. So we finally found a butcher that could actually, we bartered because his wife was sick of steak. So that worked really, really well with us. But we got the excuse, oh no, you use people in that business. Well, while Raka was a fresh fish merchant, we had lots and lots of friends. Every weekend we would have people come to our place to play tennis, to swim in the pool, yep, even in Melbourne, to eat crayfish and prawns. When we sold that business, we didn't see those people anymore. In this business, we offer the same opportunity. Everybody has the same opportunity to get whatever it is out of the business. We don't use people. We help people. No matter what kind of challenges lie before you, if somebody believes in you and you believe in your dreams, it can happen. Be somebody, not something. That's what we've learned, because our team have always believed in us. Sometimes our family haven't believed in us, but the team that you have in this business, they'll pull you up by the bootstraps and help you achieve the goals that you want. Some of the things that we have achieved started out as little things. What are the things that you enjoy doing? For us, for me, it was, I love coffee and cake. I've got to find a place now with low-fat milk and less calories, or I have to suffer and go to the gym more often. But I love coffee and cake. And when Mel, our daughter, was little, we'd go to the local cafe and we'd have